Field and our Breck Live broadcast of BCHSFC as they face off against the Warren East Lady Raiders in tonight's game. I'm John Smith and I'm here with Noah Knight. Noah, what do you expect coming into this game?
Of course, I think always with this BCHFC side is you expect competitiveness and a lot of heart behind what they're doing, and of course not the most favorable results in the previous meetings between the two clubs, but I think we've really seen a different side of BCHSFC in the recent matches, and I think there is a very good chance we're going to see a very competitive matchup. As far as Warren East this year, 3-2-0, won their first match again at home against Hart County, a team that we've faced or will face at the end of the season. Lost at Barron County, who we've got coming up shortly. Beat a rival of BCHS, Grayson County at Grayson County, 5-1. That'll be our next match, the Rough River Derby. The Rough River Derby is definitely going to be something that BCHSFC are going to be very focused and prepared for as we get more and more towards the day of. But again, I do think there's going to be a lot of competitiveness between the two sides. What would you say would be maybe the most standout thing for each side?
One of the biggest things I think for Breckinridge County has to be the shift in formation here. We saw the 4-3-3 work so effectively late in that Warren Central matchup. And I think for Warren East, you have to take into consideration missing their leading goal scorer from this season, Lucy Patterson, who also put up 19 and 7 assists last year. So that is a huge piece that they are going to be missing today. Vast amounts of their offense coming straight out of there, and she'll be missing. We do know, however, Olivia Biggs will not be playing in this game, and Anna Adkins is still a doubt for this one, not starting yet again, and Amber Miller will fill back into that left back spot.
The 4-3-3 flat is definitely going to be a change in style from what we are used to from BCHSFC. Normally it is one forward ahead, but now there's a little bit more support for Aubrey playing in at center forward now. Still has Chloe and Kate to her left and right, but they are going to be more advanced than they have been in a more attacking role. And of course, the midfield is going to really, really hold everything together. Marcy, again, returning to the lineup. And you've got Aaliyah. Didn't start the last game, but is always out there giving it her best. And Autumn, the captain, we've seen on numerous occasions what she can do. And in fact, last season in the loss at Warren East, did get an assisted Bailey Castor, who is no longer with the team anymore.
We now know, however, as the clock winds down here, as we will be getting to the lineups national anthem, there are only 2 referees for this game. A worrying sign once again, as we saw what kind of chaos can ensue from that in the last one. Never any control of that game.
Very poor organization. You hate to put all the blame in one place, but we'll just have to see, rather than judging straight out of the gate, we'll have to see how things go tonight and if things will change. Of course, these refs are going to have to be moving.
Yeah, something that is very challenging to do, 2 people doing the job of 3. As we do come into lineups here, will be interesting to see how this game goes. But we do have the national anthem.
Tonight's anthem will be sung by BCHS student Miss Peyton Compton.
Oh, sweet, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held so gallantly shoot, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave, the brave.
That was Peyton Compton there
Thank you, Peyton.
with the national
Now
anthem.
let's meet the starters for tonight's matchup.
We now do
First
go
for
straight into the
Warren
lineups.
East, Number 23,
Warren
Zaneya
East.
Bailey.
There they
Number
will come.
16, Marina Bills. Number 15, Josie Glass. Number 18, Lillian Graham. Number 19, Chloe Grayson. Number 14, Andrea Hudson. Number 24, Haley Hammer. Number 7, Connor Mann. Number 12, Sydney Tardy-A. And number 10, Shelby Trent. And for your Lady Tigers, number 1, Autumn Rogers. Number 3, Amber Miller. Number 4, Lauren Lucas. Number 5, Skylar Tucker. Number 6, Aaliyah Mucker. Number 7, Aubrey Tabor. Number 15, Marcella Rogers. Number 19, Chloe Denner. Number 22, Chloe Peterson. Number 25, Kate Atkins. And number 99, Abby Shannon.
So we do now have the teams out there.
As they get ready to take the pitch and get it set for kickoff.
Not sure who won the coin toss, but we do know, of course, like we mentioned earlier, Breckinridge County shifting to a 4-3-3 formation that we did see late in that Warren Central game with Lauren playing at right back, Chloe and Skylar making up the center backs, Amber playing left with Aaliyah, Autumn, and Marcy making up the midfield, and with Kate, Aubrey, and Chloe rounding out the attack with Abby in goal.
It does appear now, as Warren East gets set to kick it off, that they will be playing in the first half against the Sun.
Oh, yeah. Interesting thing to mention there. Does also look like they will be playing 2 forward to some degree or another. And we do await kickoff here. And this ball will be kicked off here from Warren East. Ball's going to come down here on the left side. Laura's going to let that one roll out, and Andrea Hudson is not going to get to it. Here's Kate working up the middle. It's going to be tapped away here from Connor Mann. Played up here towards the middle. Warren East trying to make something happen. Plays it in straight to Marcy. Marcy can't get a great touch on it. Neither can Aaliyah here. And it will be eventually tapped out, and Kate could perhaps make something happen here. Plays it to the middle. Finds Aubrey. It's going to take a deflection, though. And Kate's going to try and work it back down to the middle. Going to be played here a little bit to the right. And back in the midfield it will go. Autumn going to work it through here. Another deflection. A bit of a battle in that midfield there. Aubrey's going to try and find somebody forward, and she cannot. But can Chloe get on it? And Chloe's not going to be able to either. The ball's going to be played down here on this right-hand side for Warren East.
A lot of back and forth here early on between the two sides.
Certainly dominated in the midfield as well. Hudson can't get to it.
Just keeps it in,
And
and
Chloe
it'll go out.
gets rid of it. And a
Throw for Warren East.
big factor in this game that we did mention earlier, Lucy Patterson, massive piece of this Warren East team. Did a lot of damage last season. She has scored against Hart County and Grayson County, as well as one against McLean County this year. Abby will come away with that save. And she's going to punt this one away. This ball's going to be kicked off here. Here it comes down the middle. Aaliyah's going to come away with it. Tries to get it forward. Can Kate get to it? Kate's not going to get to it, but she will fight it away here.
And she will play it out.
Chloe Grayson there, the one she was in a battle with. Lauren plays it out. Ball going to be played in. Aaliyah clears that one out. We're seeing a lot of throw-ins again early, like we did.
We've seen that a lot recently with the games we've gotten the chance to broadcast here. But, you were talking about a big piece missing from Warren East. There is a big midfield piece that Breckenridge County is missing, a senior. And Olivia Biggs, as we mentioned earlier, a little bit of trouble with her hip, over on the sideline there.
Nothing too serious from what we understand. More of a precaution, of course, setting up for that massive Derby game. Played off her chest here. Autumn can't work that one forward too much. Grayson works it down to the right.
As you mentioned, you always want to have a full fit team when you meet your rivals.
Of course, and our biggest rivals, as we do know, of course, beat them last season. And Warren East has had a few encounters with them as well. Defeated them this season on the road 5-1. Very impressive result there. And, of course, it is Lucy Patterson who put up 2 against them in a brace on the road. And, of course, she's not playing tonight, as we said. Amber's going to let that one roll out. Similar situation with Anna as well. She's more likely to play than Olivia. Olivia is confirmed to be out.
As we say this, Olivia checks on.
And it looks like we've been lied to.
It does appear that Olivia will give it a go.
It had been definite scratch, as was described by Coach Garrett. But does not seem to be the case, as he does give her a go in the midfield. Hopefully it doesn't aggravate anything. This ball's going to be played forward, but it will be stopped. No numbers there for Warren East.
Perhaps is just going to test it out to see what she is capable of on it right now. Don't want to overwork it by any means.
Yeah, no need to risk it, as we know with such a massive game coming up.
And, of course, we see Aaliyah there over on the sideline. With the heat, you could say perhaps maybe there are going to be more frequent subs early on.
Yeah, the heat, perhaps water breaks. Not sure on those yet. Maybe it will cool down as it is a later game.
But, of course, right now the sun is beaming right down. And you got to wonder how that is affecting Warren East's progression right now, because it is right down on them.
Yeah, even a little bit difficult for us to see the play. Can't imagine running straight into it. Going to be thrown in here. Good job there from Autumn to play it forward. Can Aubrey get on it? She's got some pace. Oh, it will just be nicked away from her at the end there. Nice bit of skill. Played up the middle, and Skylar's not going to get on that one. Could cause some trouble. Skylar stops in her tracks. No call there. Probably the right call.
Definitely a very fair challenge there.
Definitely got all ball. I think more of just a stumble than anything else. But we do have our first man down in the penalty area.
When the momentum is traveling in one direction, it suddenly stops. You are going to see a few spills, as that one just
wide.
Fires past the right side of Abby there.
And Abby will take the goal kick here. Goal kicks have been much less trouble for us than what we had seen. I think a little change tactically on them. And not as often do we find ourselves surrendering possession right from the end.
Interestingly enough as well, it seems like recently the only ones we've had take goalkeeper kicks, or the only person we've seen take goalkeeper kicks, is Abby. And for other sides, it's usually a far-lying defender or a very reliable player that the other team depends on.
Yeah, not much confidence we've seen in these goalkeepers recently, at least by their coaches. But Abby, of course, as we know, has gotten so much better in every area.
It's
that she's
almost
gotten the
hard
chance
not
to.
not to be able to put even a little bit of faith in her because she is one of the hardest working ones out there for sure.
Absolutely wants nothing more than to go out there and win every single game. That one's going to be played out by Skylar. And it looks here to be a corner. It will be Sydney Moutardier here. She will take this corner, number 12 here. One of the working in the midfield. She has been the, I believe here, the assist leader on the year. Yes, 3 assists. Had 2 against Grayson County. And that ball's going to find some trouble here. Abby, can she get on it? And yes, there will be no trouble created from Connor Mann.
We see perhaps a cheeky move by Warren East trying to meg Abby there.
Yeah, but not to be there. Things seem to have slowed down. I do think, like you mentioned earlier, the heat perhaps does take a toll on how much energy people maybe not are able to, but are willing to just be able to save their bodies for the game.
Yes.
I'm just going to try and find a ball through here. Can Kate get onto it? That one's going to be played out. A little confusion there from Warren East, but it will make its way out of bounds.
Not a lot of progression early on for BCHS FC so far.
Yeah, probably the deepest position we've been in here. Lillian Graham played that one out of bounds, and it looks like this time it will be Jose Glass to play it out. Played in by Lauren Kate here. Can she get on it? No. And once again, will be Lillian Graham to play that one.
Kate, of course, we do know scored in the last match against Warren Central.
Kate has, we've mentioned so many times in recent days, shifting into that attacking position has been just a massive a catalyst, really, for this offense, along with Aubrey's making that move forward. Ball's going to be played in the middle here from Chloe Grayson. Played out wide, and it does not look like Andrea Hudson's going to get a foot to it.
I think with Kate, we've seen a superb defender, but in attack, we've seen an exquisite attacker, and it's really played in her favor.
She's done a great job getting onto through balls down the right side, and also a fantastic job working it into the middle. Always causes danger. Laura's going to throw this one in.
As we see here, she does try to make a run.
Good job from Hudson there. Chloe's going to be on the back of the attacker there, and that one's going to make, what a pass forward. And that's going to be dangerous. If Skylar can't get on it, Skylar will get on it, and that's a brilliant bit of work there from Skylar.
What a tackle, of course.
Bailey forced
We've
to play
said
it
it
out
so
here.
many times before, and you hate to pick out anyone from this team just because of how much of a unit they've become, but Skylar really, really holds down the defense.
Yeah, Skylar, of course, has really embraced that center back mentality from what we've seen.
And you look at the back four, and really you don't have a lot of experience, but you wouldn't know it from looking at it. You've got Lauren, you've got Amber, and you've got Skylar, all relatively new. Chloe is the most experienced out of the back four, but you would never be able to tell because that back four has become something of an iron curtain when they're hot.
I totally agree. We saw that against Fort Knox, of course. And even not last night, sorry, but on Tuesday, we did see a terrific defensive display. This ball will be played forward here a little bit. Can Autumn get on it? Goes to her left. That could be a good ball if Aubrey can get onto it. And that is a good bit of work there to play that one out from Glass. Olivia can't get to it, but Lauren will. Plays it into Autumn. Autumn takes a bit of a shove there, maybe more so of a trip, though. No call there. We'll win a throw-in, however. Maybe a little bit of emotion there from Warren East. Played up. Played forward. Kate can't get onto it. Autumn gonna blast it forward. Goalkeeper comes forward and she does get it. Didn't look to be the most confident going for the ball, but she does come away with it. Drops down, played out wide. And looks like plays it off of, I believe, Marcy. And Aber's going to have it. But it is called out relatively late there. Played in. Dangerous ball. And can she connect with it? And Abby with a great stop there. Abby gets shoved a little bit after the play. Skylar takes a shot off there. Can be played towards the middle and played out for a goal kick. Bailey, though, there. We seeing a shove after the play on Abby. And a corner here is the call. It'll come from number 19 here, Chloe Grayson.
Nobody on the far post.
Played in. Abby can't hold on to it. Danger. Will make its way out. Good job there from Lauren. Bailey.
We'll play it for a goal kick here.
It's Tanya Bailey. Lets it make its way out. And Abby will win us a goal kick here. We have seen a pretty positive start from Warren East. However, Breckenridge County has gotten at least a couple chances deep on this right-hand side.
A lot of working towards Kate early on. Just a few passes looking to find Aubrey, but I expect that to change.
Once again, the defense, though, doing a great job of clearing it, but also making good connections, which has been a massive, massive evolution of this team. Will be played out wide here. Will be Hudson working it in. She tries to find space. She will get shoved down there. Not sure the call, and it looks like Breckenridge County will want to throw in. At least that was the indication from this official, but...
It will be Warren East here.
Yeah. Unsure about that one. Played in. Skylar gets to it. Good job to get rid of it. Played back out here. Works it in, and that one's going to go wide. No real threat there created.
Yeah, probably took it early. Maybe not the best shot she could have taken, but a shot is a shot nonetheless, and
A goal kick to Abby here.
it is just one more that we have not seen from BCHSFC thus far.
Yeah, we will see Aaliyah and Sydney coming back, or Sydney not returning, Aaliyah returning, and Sydney making her first appearance in the game. Sydney shifted up to that striker position. Will be interesting to see how that goes. Chloe working forward a little bit here, maybe causing some trouble, leaving Skylar the lone center back. Going to take it off the knee. Can she get rid of it? And there's still a little trouble here from Bailey. She plays it back in. That one's going to go over, and it just hits the crossbar. Hits both crossbars. And that shot taken on there from Chloe Grayson. Very dangerous start there.
I was about to mention here, we may have seen a little bit of the effect of Olivia's hip as she went to stop the ball from being played in. She didn't seem like she could get her leg much higher than she had gotten it.
Yeah, that is definitely not a good sign. This ball is not going to be played well from Abby. Comes away with it, though. Takes a bit of a spill there.
We see Chloe take a seat, and it looks like Marcy has moved into the back four.
Oh, yeah, it does look like that, with Aaliyah shifting up and Olivia, of course, still continuing to play in that midfield. Ball's going to be played forward here. Abby's going to get to that one, and no threat created from that one by Andrea Hudson. Abby comes away with it. Pretty solid punt. Sydney gets a chest to it. Hudson causing some problems, though. And Sydney's not going to be able to escape with it. Aaliyah, though, can she get to it? She does play it up that wing. Chloe could get on that. Chloe working down the left. And it will be played forward. And Aaliyah with another good job, but she can't get onto that one. And they continue to work it down the middle here. Played out wide. Amber gets a foot to it. But Amber can't control possession here. Skylar's just going to play it out. And we finally see our first little bit of action there down the left side.
Chloe with one of, perhaps one of, if not her first touch of the game thus far. And
very physical confrontation down there. And that ball's going to be played. Nice
what
save
a
by
save
Abby.
by Abby Shannon there.
And looks like the one to take it there. It looks like it was Connor Mann who came on for that strike, but she is denied by Abby, who has made another fantastic bit of it. Man will take the corner here, and it looks like Warren East cramming all sorts of bodies into the box. Played in here. Shot is on, and shot is wide there from Chloe Grayson.
Another goal kick for Abby here.
We've seen a couple of those, but after that phenomenal save, cannot have any complaints. Abby's going to play it up the middle, dangerous here. We've seen a lot of problems created with those. And Aaliyah, though, does a phenomenal job to deny Bailey of getting anything through there. And it will go out, and it looks like it will likely be Andrea Hudson to take the throw in. Hudson receives the ball. And one thing we have seen with this Warren East team, they have plenty of people that can put the ball in the back of the net. About 10 people contributing goals at some point in the season. They're only 5 games in.
A lot of diversity in the score line for sure. Of course, right now we are on a slow start, but I do expect things to pick up.
Yeah, perhaps maybe settling in with this heat. Maybe things will change, or perhaps when it cools down, we will see things may pick up a little bit. But I think right now it does have a big toll. Kate can't get onto that one. Played out from Hudson there. Lauren with the throw. Tries to get it towards Kate going down this right side. Is Kate going to get on that? Kate is not. It's going to be cleared out towards the middle. Aaliyah, though. Aaliyah making a terrific run. Tries to play it forward. Can Aaliyah get onto that one? Aaliyah getting physical there. And it will be played out wide, but we do win a throw-in. And a phenomenal job there from Aaliyah. Real fantastic job of embracing a box-to-box role there. Working it all the way from our own half, getting it all the way up to their box.
And of course, as you mentioned, there's not a lot of focusing on one player. It would seem from Warren East. It seems like they really do like to spread out their play and get everyone involved with the touch.
3-2 on the season, by the way, Warren East.
3-2.
Aubrey, maybe a chance here. Aubrey, can she get onto it? She cannot. It won't be played out, though. Aubrey's still on it. 2 people on her, though, and she's not going to be able to outmuscle about 3 bodies in the box, but it will be played out for a Breck County throw-in deep here. But as you're saying, yes, a team that very well gets everybody the ball. Does a fantastic job of making sure everybody is working together. But I think we're also seeing with Breckenridge County a team that definitely more embraces that role than we saw last year as well. Of course, Bailey accounting for nearly all of our goals last season.
And
Olivia taking a risky tackle there, especially with the hip. Olivia's not going to get on it. It's going to be played down the middle here. Good ball played in there from Grayson. It's going to come out wide. Amber does a good job, but she's not going to be able to hold possession of that. Play to work down the middle, and it will be floated in. No real danger created there. Shelby Trent not able to work onto that one.
definitely think that one may have been one of the shots that may have been taken a bit early.
We'll be headed on here from the back. A late challenge coming in from Sydney, but no call. Played in. Olivia gets to it. Wasn't really paying too much attention there, I don't think. That ball's going to be played all the way up here to this right side. Will come out, though. Aaliyah getting to it. Can she make something happen? You always know she's going to at least advance the ball forward. Nobody will stop her at full steam. Chloe, though, working some moves down here. Tries a spin. She's going to come away with that ball, though. Working it down the left side here. Could she make something happen? She takes a shove there. No call. Played out wide here. Aaliyah on her. And it will be worked towards the middle. Of course, by the way, I forgot to mention, Chloe Dinner has come back onto the game. Marcy no longer playing that center back role, and I believe she's taking a break right now. Now it's going to come out here. Stays in bounds. That one will not stay in bounds.
I got to say, I'm a bit surprised how much activity we've seen from Olivia thus far.
Yeah, and also, especially with that tackle that she made in there.
The later tackle, I don't think that will be one that Coach Garrett will be very pleased with.
Yeah, I agree. Kate trying to work it down here. Maybe has the pace. Tries to work it towards the middle. She's going to find Sydney in a brilliant bit of passing there. But a little collision. Sydney tries to work it in towards the middle. Sydney plays it into Kate. Kate working. Kate, we know she can be so dangerous in that attack, of course, scoring a goal the other day. Played out
And-
here. Sydney's strength will not be denied out on this right side. Still holding possession, and it will be played out there from Chloe Grayson. We've seen, Chloe Grayson. Lauren throws it in towards Kate. Played to Aaliyah. Aaliyah, can she shift it? It will be Aubrey playing very deep here. Aubrey trying to work it forward, finds Chloe in a good pass. Chloe's going to try and work it towards her, but she will be cut out. Aaliyah, though, comes away with it, tries to play it forward to Aubrey. Aubrey is not going to be able to get on that one, but I think we're finally seeing Breckinridge County shift more into this game as we are about 22 minutes into it.
And of course, as you'd mentioned, BCHSFC not relying so much on one score. It was earlier today that we had heard that Aubrey is second in
Oh, yeah.
scoring.
Aubrey is nearing second all-time in scoring. As we know, Bailey Castor holds that first position, which will certainly not be topped for a while.
It definitely won't be an easy task.
This ball's going to be played out. Olivia, wow. That is very interesting. A full extension there. Kate going to play it here, but we saw Bailey there just completely shove Olivia to the ground. And once again, no play on the ball. But as we could see, no official possibly could have seen that. Autumn's going to come back onto the game. And it looks like Megan will shift into left back here for Amber Miller. It's going to be taken in. Autumn's going to try and work towards it. Kate's going to get onto it. Kate playing it back a little bit, maybe a little dangerous there. Chloe works it forward. Does take a deflection. Aaliyah here. Aaliyah's going to try and get on it. Played off, and Megan will play towards Aaliyah, and that one's going to go out of bounds. And it will be Sydney Moutardier here. We'll be taking a throw in. And it looks like a little confusion there. Perhaps the referee's not ready. And Moutardier, he plays it here. Down this right side. Powerful throw in there, really. And it will go out of bounds for another throw in to Warren East. I will say Breckinridge County really has picked up the attacking focus in these last couple of minutes, as it was all Warren East early on, of course, hitting the crossbar at one point, which we have seen more than a couple times in these last few days. Played out there from Chloe. It's going to be worked in, though. Great run. Abby, though, comes away with it, and a shaky save, but she does come away with it. Great run in there. And it looks like it was Haley Heimer who made that run, but she will be denied.
Yet another big save we see from Abby.
Abby did make that one reaction save early in that first half, and that one, she's made some world-class saves. We did see that one against, I believe it was Fort Knox in that first half. Very against the run of play, and they, a little contact down there as Lauren frustrates Natalie Sanford there. Sanford, no goals on the season. Played in. And Chloe's going to play it out. Won't find a target, though. Played back in. Aaliyah can't get to it. Autumn can't get to it. But Skylar eventually will. Here comes Aubrey. Aubrey takes a touch that is going to be a little too heavy. Perhaps maybe a pass towards Chloe there was the intention. Aaliyah maybe took a handball there, but... And
I do believe
not sure
that
the call
was...
here.
I believe the call was on Aaliyah there. She did kind of sweep underneath the Warren East player there.
Yeah, perhaps the call will be Moutardier here. She just decides to play it out wide. Works it in towards the middle. Bailey's going to have to try and play it out here. Autumn can't get on it. Played in. Lauren plays it. Can't get it to the right target. Going to be played for Bailey. And she will be called offside.
Just narrowly escaping there.
I believe that was offside. Of course, no flags, no sideline official.
Yet
So,
again, no flags.
A lot of confusion as to the actual call, but based on where this kick is being taken, I believe it was either some sort of foul or offside.
I do believe it was just as the run was beginning to get made by Tanya Bailey there.
A good ball
Just-
played in, though. Do have to say.
Just tried to get in behind.
Haley Heimer, I believe, made the pass. We saw her make that terrific run in where Abby came away with a spectacular save. Abby's going to play this one forward. Played that one up. Chloe goes for the header. She'll get onto it. Bailey has it. Works it in towards the middle. Aaliyah gets a touch. Played forward by Skylar Autumn's going to come away with it. Plays it wide. Not going to find Kate, though. She's going to get another chance. She's going to play that one very wide and very far here. Aubrey takes a hit, and she's down. And
Holding
she is
her
staying
head
down.
yet
But
well,
it looks like she does
back
get
to her
up.
feet.
Certainly looked a little scarier than initially thought, or certainly looked a little scarier than
Now
previously thought.
correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe I may have picked up on a 3-4-3 formation from the Lady Raiders.
Yeah,
here.
now you mention it. Or perhaps it could be something that we saw from Warren Central the other day with 3 back and 1 winger playing basically the length of the field.
Of course, we did see that from Warren Central's Lazo. Early, she played on down the wing, but as the game went on, she did get moved back.
A very Trippier style of play there. He's going to be played towards the middle, and everybody's going to come away with it. Good strike on, but it will come to nothing from Shelby Trent. Abby with the goal kick. It's going to be played out right here. Kate does a good job to read it. And as we do wind down here, about 10 minutes to go in this first half, one thing you have to say, this BCHSFC team has built so much confidence. Just 2 weeks ago, coming into a game, it's Bowling Green. I don't know how many of them, or even how much of Coach Garrett would say, yeah, we're going to go out there and we're going to go compete. But now this team truly believes that we could play with anybody. And the evolution we've seen in the last few games has been phenomenal.
You say that, and I was speaking with Coach Garrett earlier. He did say that the mindset for this game is much different than what we had seen, I think, going into Warren Central. It's kind of like people already want to call BCHSFC perhaps the underdog. But the confidence that they have, you would think that they're on top of the world.
Yeah,
This team believes in themselves perhaps more than any of the teams we've seen or even will see.
it's been a phenomenal run of play for them, and especially tonight even, as once again a big city Bowling Green school coming to town. From where this program was 4, 5, and 6 years ago even, certainly this confidence would not be there like it is today. Autumn's going to play it up here, out of bounds, and out of the track as well. And it looks like we will need a little delay here for the ball, as Moutanier will take the throw in. Looking for options, throws it in, hit it on from Autumn. Couldn't find Kate though. Looks like Sydney. Good job there from Sydney. She can't find anybody, but had a through ball played a little wider there. Maybe a chance on goal. Ball's going to be played forward, though. Bailey works it towards the middle. Marcy, can she get on it? She's not going to be able to. Still pushing match there. Marcy, perhaps a little too close to the referee there. We've seen plenty of people get away with a whole lot more, but a little
Perhaps that's a sign of a better game.
Oh, and a dangerous through ball played here. Chloe, excellent job, but she's not going to get rid of it yet. And Chloe just barely puts it wide with a collision with Abby, and that looked extremely dangerous. Bailey causing problems there. Abby and Chloe, though, both totally okay. Abby and Chloe, we've seen a few miscommunications with them, of course. We did see that one against Bullitt Central, I believe, and that led to the goal.
That would definitely come out to cost us.
Yeah, that one was a real dagger for us. But
Warren
yeah,
East
that time there
will
though.
line up here for a corner.
This ball's going to be played in, and it will be played off there. Not a good touch driven in from Sanford. And a throw in. Amber's going to take it quick. Going to find Chloe. Can Chloe get it in space? Chloe works it out wide here. She's got the pace to get. Tries to work it in towards the middle. She cannot, though. She will be stopped. Working up this right side. Marcy's going to just play it out. And a really vital job there done by Marina Bills there. Making sure that Chloe could not cause any more trouble down that left side. Here's going to come the throw in. Once again, another delayed throw in here. Played up. Tries to find space. She's going to. Skylar with a good job, but still danger. And Chloe with a good job. But once again, still danger. But this time it will roll out, and that will be a throw into Breckenridge County.
Under 10 minutes now left in the first half of play here.
Marcy just plays that one up into the air. Who's going to get on it? On with a header. Played out. Played off there. It's played forward by Amber. Good, some good pace on that ball from Amber. We know when she connects with it, she can really put some power behind it. And also does an excellent job of getting the ball out of the air. Something that is a very difficult skill to have. But when she does make that connection, it is dangerous.
Absolutely. As we see Autumn making the challenge here.
Played out wide. Played in towards the middle.
Cut out by Autumn.
Can Autumn win the ball here? Bit of a showing match. Autumn gets a touch to it. She's going to make it, force it out wide.
Chloe here.
Chloe
Chloe Peterson.
Can Chloe force something? And that ball's going to be cleared out. We've seen Warren.
Marcy.
We've seen the Warren East defense be very strong so far. I think this game has been probably the most evenly matched we've seen so far. Played up here.
We've seen halves close out.
Oh, and a shove in the back there. Another shove in the back there. That one's going to come out, and it looked like that was Shelby Trent there. We've seen, once again, a Bowling Green team that really cannot compose themselves when they are frustrated.
I wouldn't say these challenges are near the level that we've seen them get, because we'd almost thought that they'd pull a card for what we'd seen against Warren Central, but I mean, these are mistakes. There is a bit of
multiple shoves in the back, with of course no call here. Played in towards the middle, played out from Skylar. I will say though, the officiating in this game, not as physical of a game, perhaps a little easier to come across with
again,
the right calls.
Yeah, the calls are being made, and we've seen.
And you cannot say too much about the officials themselves. It's definitely the lack thereof.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it, and I mean, even with the sun out, you can't really. We're not down there where they are. We don't see what they see.
Played forward Sydney. Could this cause some problems? Can Aubrey get on? Aubrey's going to get closed out well there. Autumn's not going to get on that, but another good job there from Lillian Graham. She's been a crucial center back for this team. Can Kate get in space? She's going to work. Oh, beautiful move there from Kate. Graham's going to cut her out, or she's going to try. Oh, and trip there in the box after the play was made. Lauren working out very central. Autumn tries to play a ball through. Does Aubrey have the pace? Aubrey doesn't have the strength, but maybe had the shove not been there.
Too heavy of a touch.
Lauren's going to not be able to connect to that one. This could be dangerous. Only two back. Chloe needs to get back. Ball's going to be played here.
Chloe end up sandwiching the Warren East player there.
They played here. Autumn, can she get on it? She's going to take a shove in the back, but she's going to use it. Autumn here, working at space. Who's she going to find? She's going to try and find Aubrey. Aubrey perhaps a little gassed here. She does take a touch. Here it comes. Aubrey up the middle, and a good save, though. As we see Abby Miner there, I believe, making her first save of the game. She's averaging about 8.5 per game. so far. She's made 35
35 saves in 4
in
games
4
to
matches.
this point.
Did not start in 1 game in goal.
But you almost expect a goal every time it leaves the foot of Aubrey.
Yeah, Aubrey has been absolutely
All
deadly.
credit to Minor there for stopping it.
I believe once again this formation suiting us very well. Haven't been opened up too many times. We've really been the better team coming to this closing minutes of the second half. That one's going to be played out. Autumn's going to get to it, though. She can cause some danger here. She's going to take a shot on, I believe, and it will fall short, though. Maybe Kate had some space there to work out on that right side.
With the 4-3-3 flat that we're seeing BCH SFC use, as compared to what we've seen them use, it doesn't widen and then narrow out. It stays relatively consistent all the way down the pitch, so you don't have to work in and work back out for your positioning.
And a key point we did hear from Coach Garrett, does not force the wings to do as much work as we see in the 4-2-3-1 that we had seen, where the wings are dropping so deep and then they have to get all the way up the field. A little less defensive pressure on them, as well as allowing them to get forward a little more. And when they do make these runs down the sides, they are going to have more stamina when the time does come. And I think we've seen that. Chloe, of course, getting on some runs here.
We do see Autumn and Sydney come off the game for BCH SFC here.
We do enter the last 2 minutes of the half. Not sure if we'll see stoppage time or not, but here comes a ball in, and a dangerous one. Still danger. Abby
barely saves it.
But we do come away with it.
Saves it right off the line.
Shot was on there from Shelby Trent, and that ball's going to be punted away from Abby.
Don't think that one could have gotten much closer to goal without being a goal, to be
Abby
honest.
seemed to pull it off the line. Lauren plays it forward. Of course, that does bring me back to a year ago when we played Grayson County. Of course, we did see Bailey Castro score that 1 goal against Grayson County, the winning goal against Grayson County, where it did hit off the post and make its way into the goal. About a minute to go, though.
Perhaps a little bit of dramatics and theater there from the Warren East defender. Didn't look like any contact with her, just seemed to have dropped. Perhaps was a little upset that there was no call on Aubrey on the last one.
Dangerous ball from Marcy.
Abby Minor fumbles with it, too.
She's made a couple of saves, but none of them, or a couple of stops even, but none of them too dangerous, but has not looked extremely confident with the ball yet. Going to come out here, Skylar. And I do hope Breckenridge County can hold on to this momentum going into the second half, because these last 10, 15 minutes, it's been all Breckenridge County. It will be called for a
Warren East free kick here.
But 20 seconds to go.
Playing it
forward
forward,
from Marcy.
Perhaps with pace, see the clock.
Marcy's just going to play it up. Can Chloe find somebody? She cannot. About 8 seconds to go, and that one's just going to make its way out of bounds. And what should surely be the dying seconds of this half. And, no throw-in will even be taken. And that will conclude the first half of play.
We wrap up the first half here 0-0. Neither side really got we've seen a few shots, but I can't say there's been too many outstanding chances.
I think we've seen 2 from Warren East. I think that run-in from Haley Heimer,
of course,
where Abby made a terrific save.
And, of course, the one where it was saved off the line.
Yeah, perhaps maybe 4 chances, along with Abby's insane save, that reaction save that we saw, as well as their one effort that did hit off the crossbar. I believe that one came in from Shelby Trent in that first half. But as for Breckenridge County, creating a lot more chances in that in the latter stages of that first half. One of the big things, though, that we did talk about, and we just assumed would not be in part of the game, was Olivia Biggs. Uh, certainly none of us expected that to come
A,
come
a lot
on.
a lot more playtime than we had anticipated.
Well, of course, originally not anticipating any action at all, and here she is playing the vast majority of that first half. Of course, it does look like Anna will not be coming into this game, from what I can tell at least.
I think that would definitely be a stretch. I think that's one player that Coach Garrett would love to have ready and fit for the Rough River Derby.
And we know she is more than willing to get completely physical with the opposition, and she will not back down. And that's going to be a crucial part of that game against Grayson County. Of course, we will be broadcasting that one.
That'll be coming up just this Monday. Team gets a little bit of a break here after this one. No game Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, but right back into it with a rivalry match Monday. And I think these next 3 days will definitely be a lot of preparation for that game. There's going to be a big focus on that Grayson County match. That is one that they definitely want to pick up a win for.
And we do know Grayson County losing to this Warren East side 5-1 on the season. But here we are, and we're competing extremely well with them.
And this, of course, BCHSFC is 0-4-0 with 2 goals for and 29 goals allowed from Warren East, or by Warren East. And they walk all over BCHSFC's perhaps biggest competition outside of Meade County, for sure. Any big standouts that you can think of? Any highlights that you would like to point out from that first half?
I would. It's interesting. This game, I do think you mentioned a little bit. The heat, not something we've seen these last few games, and not something that's really I don't think we've considered that much. But tonight, it has been quite cooling down a little bit now. But I do think that kind of slowed the pace of BCHS a little more. I think it affected Warren East.
You can definitely see the shade start to take over in that side of the pitch Warren East were playing towards, and I know they would have loved to have seen that in that first half. I can only imagine being up here, we're almost eye level with it. I can't imagine what it's like trying to pick out a pass or put a shot on target with that beaming right off of you.
Yeah, it cannot be ideal. Also, I will say the center back play and the fullback play for Warren East today has been very solid. Definitely not letting Aubrey get straight through and use their pace. They're a little more able to use their physical advantage, I think, than we saw with a team like Fort Knox. And I wonder now, you wonder with Aubrey, if she had been pushed that center forward role, you think about a game like Bullitt Central, one where we always knew we expected to compete, but came out not victorious in that one. You just wonder what kind of impact that would have made. Of course, they also, Warren East here has beaten Hart County at home 5-1. That is another team we will be playing just one time this season. 2 were scheduled. However, our away trip to Hart County did get canceled, so we will be playing them at home. We beat Hart County last year 4-2. Bailey Castor scored 4. And what really started kicking off her phenomenal form last season.
And, of course, we had mentioned earlier that Aubrey nearing that second spot, and perhaps the bar that Bailey has set for the future players that are a member of this club. It seemed like every game in and out, Bailey had at least one on the board. And that's a big, big help when it comes to getting your name up in the top score. Of course, 7 years of history, everything is relatively new, but Bailey is someone who would score 1, 2, 3 with ease because the pace that she would push herself with and her physicality was something that I don't know that I've seen from any team or any player in specific that we've we've broadcasted thus far, we haven't really seen anyone that's really pushed herself like Bailey. I mean, that isn't more so like on part of Breck. That goes for a lot of teams. Not a lot of teams have someone who had as much impact as Bailey had. Of course, we did mention with Warren Central lost a senior with 39 goals. That I can only imagine being one of the very few cases that we have seen or heard someone who's relatively matching that stride that Bailey made.
And yeah, you do mention the senior loss, of course, for Breckenridge County. But for Warren East, not that same impact that we saw losing uh, about 8 goals from their seniors. One playing forward, uh, Hannah Blankenship with her sister Zoe Blankenship, both making up part of that team, and Reagan Manley also in defense in that team. But only 3 seniors gone. And then, of course, you got to mention, when you talk about losses, you got to mention Lucy Patterson in this one, with 19 goals and 7 assists last season, 5 on the year, missing in action tonight, and wonder what kind of impact that would have made. We do know that they had plenty of dangers last year with Shelby Trent playing tonight. Last season, she was very dangerous, number 10, with 12 goals and 1 assist, as well as Sydney Moutardier with 10 and 6 on last season. They have also been pretty dangerous this season. As we know, we saw Moutardier with a brace against Breckenridge County last season in our 6-0 defeat. A game I don't think we were quite ready for in that one. Saturday game, lots of rain, extremely cold for soccer conditions.
Yeah, and it's interestingly enough, 0-0 at halftime, but you look back at these previous meetings, there hasn't been a game that Warren East hasn't scored more than 6 goals on us. And there hasn't been a game where we've scored more than 1, yet we've been so evenly matched up this game. And you had mentioned we've been very adamant to mention the seniors that teams are losing. This very BCHS FC team that we're seeing, unfortunately, we may have to face that very same reality here soon, that just as this team really is starting to come together, even with all the new faces, 12 seniors on the team.
Yeah, a lot that we're going to lose, but not wanting to dwell on that too much as we close down here with about a minute to go left in halftime. I'm not quite sure what we're going to see from this half. We know, of course, the sun dying down a little bit, but still now with Breckenridge County having to play into the sun could change things up. It's definitely cooled down quite a bit. We haven't seen too many substitutions come in for Warren East, interestingly enough. That's been pretty similar options.
Early on, it seemed that the sun was really, really a killer for perhaps Warren East, but now you can start to see the shadows starting to take over the field. The sun is probably going down promptly, and I think as the game draws to its finish, will really play in favor for both teams, vision-wise, anyways.
I will also say this shift in formation really has helped in our wing play. Chloe and Kate both getting really involved. Something that we were not so often seeing. Usually the striker creating vast majorities of the offense. But this formation shift, so far today, we have seen it pay quite big dividends, allowing us to play a lot wider, allowing us to play a lot more forward. The midfield has done a terrific job as well. Skylar and Chloe back, of course, doing their job perfectly. I think their skills, their physical abilities even, they really complement each other well. Skylar with that speed and Chloe with that strength and awareness.
And as we get back into the second half here, we will see the same team that BCHS FC started with, and I mean, I don't see too much wrong with that game plan. I mean, you you've really got a solid group, and you had mentioned the formation, of course. Uh, it's like I mentioned, it really helps as far as balancing out the passes and play because everyone there's a lot of lining it with each other. But
It looks like as we kick off, Autumn tries to play out to Marcy. Marcy plays it forward. We'll drop down here, though. It does look like, taking a little bit of an observation there, you were, it seems your analysis of the formation was correct in the three back. Looked to me like three in the center back position, playing one in the deep lying midfield with just a totally loaded midfield, playing all but three center backs and a striker all the way crammed in there.
and of
Once
course,
we played forward, though, and Skyler will clear it out.
yeah, we do. I did pick up. It does look like they have three very set to stone defenders, and maybe there is a fourth one there that you mentioned was in the deep lying midfield. But I think that puts her in a position where she is already set to perhaps fall back in, maybe
Yeah.
space out one of the
Also-
defenders, fall into a gap,
Definitely
and
gives
make it a
her
back four.
definitely gives her the option to make runs up the field, play the ball out, play it into the attacking parts of the
She's
midfield,
got two very near midfielders.
and also can just play the center backs wider and force her way into there. Skyler takes it there from Bailey. And that one's going to make its way out of bounds for a corner kick. As we do kick off here, would like to mention right implement for, of course, making this all possible. Here comes the corner.
Yet again, nobody is on the back post here.
Looks like Connor Mann will be the one to take it. Played on. Does drop to Warren East. And the touch, I believe, came on there.
Breck did give a little touch to Abby there.
Yeah, not an intentional pass, so will not be the back pass call. Very fortunate there. Ball's going to be played in. Can Autumn get on it? Autumn cannot. Going to try and play it up the middle. Bailey not going to get a touch to it. It'll come down. Marcy tries to play it forward. Marcy not going to get a good touch to that one.
Chloe is going to work it forward here.
I'm going to try
Aubrey.
and find Aubrey. Aubrey's going to get it hit off of her, but she's not going to create anything out of it. Played forward to Bailey here. Has a bit of help in attack here. Amber playing out really central, and it does work as she does manage to force an error on that pass that was intended to go out wide.
I will say
Oh, a little injury taken on there off the throw-in from Sydney.
may have,
Chartier, looks like perhaps a finger, or maybe directly off the throw-in into her side, not sure. But we know she's a very critical player for the side. She's put up.
it looked from my angle there, she may have had the wind knocked out of her.
Yeah, that is certainly possible, as she is good to go.
And as we're talking about her here, it does appear that she is the one sporting the captain's band.
Oh, yes. She put up 10 and 6 last season, as we know. And this season, she has gotten right into it as well. She's got a goal and, of course, 3 assists. Their leader on the season. Aubrey, though, could she make something happen? She's got the pace. She's going to be in here. Aubrey takes the touch. Is it too heavy? And it is too heavy.
Heavy touch there.
But phenomenal run. And once again, we see her working very well in that center forward role. She has the pace to beat anybody. Punt's going to come away here. Ball will be played. Aaliyah, terrific job to take control of that ball. Plays it out, and that is a smart move there. No trouble will come from that one. Muchadier here. Going to play it up this right side. No real target intended. Brave there from Bailey to take that one off of Amber, who, of course, putting a great deal of power behind it that we know she can. Lauren going to do a great job closing out here, and that one will make its way out of bounds. Lauren, I don't think we've seen anybody step up quite as much as Lauren has in that right back role. Has been a phenomenal I'm not sure what the word would be, a bit of perhaps improvement, I guess, but she's been terrific Marcy with the left. Great ball to
Works
Chloe.
it towards Chloe.
Chloe's going to look down the middle for an option, and she's not going to be able to find Aubrey. Not too many runs being made in there. And that one's going to be played out. Amber's going to earn the throw in. Amber's going to take the throw, finds Chloe. Chloe, we saw her really step up in the end of that first half. Create a lot of chances down that left side. Marcy there gets onto it. But can Kate get onto it? What? Oh, maybe she got a touch. Goalkeeper already diving.
Goalkeeper definitely wide out of that box there.
Yeah,
Definitely leaving a big area open.
Unconventional throw in there taken.
And, you know, with names like Autumn out there and Marcy out there, I would say a goalkeeper coming out could be the most dangerous spot.
Yeah, we know Autumn and Marcy very good at putting the ball right where they want it when it comes to making those runs for players like Aubrey, players like Kate, and players like Chloe.
Not even the runs. You see the shots that they can pull off, and it's in a blink of an eye. You talk about not having enough time to react, even in goal.
Oh, yeah, if the goalkeeper lacks the confidence to come and get it, it could always cause problems. Autumn there with a great bit of skill. Tries to work it out wide. Perhaps got a little bit under it there.
And you can see she's still kind of playing out of goal at the moment.
Yeah, perhaps maybe
But-
shifting that direction because of that long ball that we have been seeing. But could get her burned very easily if we do
But
see.
again, Marcy and Autumn will not hesitate to pull the trigger outside of the box. And
And they've done a good job bossing this midfield so far. This one's going to be played a little deeper. Lauren, what will she do with it? Tries to play it. Finds its way to Chloe, and Chloe's going to play it forward to Aaliyah. And I do have to say this midfield play so far, what we're seeing, has been terrific. Aaliyah doing a fantastic job making sure that she gets the ball every single time, and Autumn and Marcy working it forward beautifully. Skylar here, problems, but she's stronger than Bailey here, and will play it out of bounds. And Bailey there probably looked to throw herself at the ground, and it will be a corner after Skylar did play it out. Once again, as we mentioned, Skylar, of course, really has become the wall of this team. And even when she does get beat, she doesn't really ever get beat. She always has the pace to get back. Usually stops everything in that one.
there is not a
Barely
lot.
squeaks back.
There is definitely not a lot that will get by Skylar, and even in the brief moment that she realizes she has been beaten, she is I would say the quickest, just in the blink of an eye, knows exactly where she needs to be.
We did see a Haley Heimer there create a chance on, just goes wide. And first real chance created from Warren East in the second half. Can be played out. Abby just doesn't roll out actually. Gotta try and play it wide here. Lauren has it. Lauren's gonna lose possession. This could be dangerous. Skylar, though, great job again. Tries to play it towards the midfield. It's gonna drop down and play it off here. Chloe plays it forward. Finds Aubrey. Aubrey trying to work towards it. It's not gonna find her. Will come out here though. Plays it wide. Down on this right side. Montaudier working it in. Still nothing.
Marcy closing in.
Marcy
But it's just
lunges in a
beaten
little
here.
too early, and Amber there gets foot to it.
Nice
Marcy
tackle.
will come
by
down. Bailey
Amber.
goes for the header. Will not connect with it. Off the head here. Good job by Chloe there, forcing the issue.
I'll
And a
say
chance here though. Played on and played wide.
brilliant awareness by Amber to get back in the middle to at least put another defender in the box, but we know
Anything coming out of that midfield can lead to trouble.
Moutardier here does not need to be left open.
Oh no, she can create all sorts of chances. Same could be said, of course, with the danger in Shelby Trent, who also put up double-digit goals last season.
And I mean, you mentioned the physicality in the first half. I don't see the same team that we've seen from Warren. This is in no way. It is going to be a physical game. It's a sport that there's going to be contact always, and
It seems maybe the same level of physicality, but perhaps not the same level of flagrant
calls
level of stuff. Skylar just going to let this one roll out. Smart move there for a throw.
there was a lot of drive and motive, it seemed, behind the physicality with Warren Central and BCHS FC. Here, these are just two teams here to win.
And you cannot overstate the confidence this BCHS FC team is really showing. But it looks like Bailey will go down here. Of course, center forward for Warren East. This could be really concerning here. She has been playing as their main striker all night. Nobody has replaced her today.
I do see a lot of great sportsmanship here from both sides as well this game. I mean, it's you hate to see anybody get hurt, no matter who it is or what team they play for.
Bailey scoring 1 goal this season for Warren East. That one coming against Hart County, of course, a team we play later on in the year.
That will be the final game of the BCHS FC season.
Until the district tournament, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Aaliyah coming for it. Aaliyah, terrific bit of work there from Aaliyah. Very
Just
brave tackle, though. Certainly quite a bit of skill to get onto that one.
A nice tackle, and even tripped herself up in the meantime, but really could have led to something. And I think now the sun will only become less and less of an issue for this one.
And Sydney comes on. Perhaps can add some strength to this attack here. But, of course, the amazing thing with this attack with Breckinridge County is that we now know Aubrey, incredible pace. If she comes out, we have Sydney, who also has incredible pace. And that is a weapon that we are not used to seeing, of course. Sydney's going to play it out here very smart. Great job with the left. Is she going to work it in here? Chloe's going to try and find Aaliyah. Aaliyah's got Kate out on the right. Is she going to look for her? Is she going to play towards the middle? She still holds on to it. She's got the strength. Played out here. And Breck County possibly afforded. Chloe cannot get a good touch to it.
You were mentioning the pace of Sydney, but you also can't forget, like, she's got a leg too.
Oh, yeah, certainly. If she gets into space, she will score. Skylar getting back. Skylar will let that one go out. And I do remember saying multiple times that Sydney would change how this team would play. And right out of the gate, first game, we see a total formation change.
Of course, I mentioned the leg of Sydney. Even so much so that she's been given enough faith that she is the kicker as well for Breckinridge County, the football team. So we know there's some power. It's just we haven't had a lot of chances since, of course, this only being her second game of the season. We haven't seen her in a lot of scoring positions, but we know if she gets the contact right, I don't know that there will be anyone, any keeper that we may face that could stop that. As a kicker for a football team.
Of course, Bailey taking over that role last season. And we saw what kind of damage she did.
We saw what dividends paid off with that.
Amber does a good job to make this ball drop down. Played out here. Can Chloe get on it? Chloe's not going to be able to get to it. But Marcy with a good ball forward. And these long balls we've seen have been very dangerous. Kate can't get on it.
Kate's been relatively quiet this half. And again, another cutout for Amber.
Amber can't connect with that one, though. Oh, Skylar creates some danger for herself. Still danger. Chloe playing a little high right now. And it will be what looked to be just a collision there. But Lauren coming in a little bit as well. Once again, despite what we had seen against teams like Bullitt Central, like we saw, where we thought we had a chance to win, the defense has been extremely well organized. No massive errors yet. Played in. Amber going to let that drop, and
just wide.
Perhaps jinxed us a little bit there.
Almost a costly mistake for Amber there. Yeah. Not clearing it out in time, but
just takes the touch. Looks like Skylar just a little bit of emotion there. Played out. Can't find Chloe. Amber's going to take it off her leg. And no danger from that, though. Moutetier here. Throw it in.
Yet again, Amber cutting it out.
Chloe here. Chloe in space. Can't she find Autumn? Good look there.
Nearly a
Too much pace on
brilliant
it, though.
place.
And Abby does a very good job. Very convincing goalkeeping there.
And we've mentioned time and time again how evenly matched, even in previous broadcasts. That is something we seem to have been beaten to the ground now, but this game I would say more so than any other, just because this is
Chloe, brilliant job there.
this is the first game we've seen. First of all, how long it's lasted, 0-0, but also both benches seem to be rather full, whereas in previous games, one or the other team has had a lot missing, and it showed. I think fatigue has really played a lot.
Warren East not missing a whole lot in numbers, but what they are missing, we do know, put up very dangerous numbers. And here we come away again. 15 minutes gone now in this second half of play. And Noah, what are you thinking about it right now?
I think right now we need to start bossing the midfield, and we see Olivia in there, and we know her aggression. I think that could be the first leap to perhaps really taking control of the midfield. Autumn's out there, of course, with Marcy. Marcy just as aggressive as Olivia, I would say. Another one of our more aggressive players, very physical, and it just shows like you don't need all the body in the world to be able to boss a midfield, because Olivia and Marcy really proved that time and time again.
It is something very unfamiliar to our side, being able to switch in so many players and have so much confidence in their ability to fulfill the role that they're put into. Of course, Aaliyah and Olivia, that's one. Sydney, Aubrey, just so many places that we can fill in.
I would say you're very correct about that, and I'd say the midfield has proved even more so than the attack and defense. That midfield has been so interchangeable. You could have three, you could have two of them, you could have four of them, and they are still gonna give you strong numbers.
Autumn looks forward. She's not going to find anybody. Another mention as well, Amber Miller, of course. We've seen her play just about everywhere, and she has been making some terrific starts in these last couple of games.
Almost a costly mistake just a few moments ago, but absolutely been cutting it out. A comfortable winger, a comfortable midfielder.
And she's done a great job, been really involved in the second half
And
here.
she's definitely picked up where Anna can't be right now.
And I'm sure Abby has to be very thankful for these last couple of games. Not nearly as much work as she's accustomed to. This defense really stepping up, and that one will make its way out of bounds. Moutardier there will not get onto it. Marcy takes the throw. Had some pace on it. Could Chloe get on it? A little confusion there.
Moutardier does not seem to have all the height in the world, but does get ahead to it.
Here comes Chloe, and that's going to be cleared away. Well done once again by Graham. We've seen her do quite a bit of work in that center back position.
Chloe with a nice solid touch.
Chloe trying to work it down the middle. Does good. Sydney, though, she's going to be beat to it. And Lauren coming way, way high there. Gonna
Had
take
a
good
very
recovery,
ambitious
though.
tackle
But she does
in
make her
mind.
way back. Chloe, though, here she comes. Tries to play it out wide to Kate.
Kate.
It's going to just barely stay in, I think. And it will. Some pushing going on here. And it seems when Breckinridge County gets into that midfield, it just becomes a shoving match.
Definitely both teams fighting for the ball.
And they're going to call a late challenge there on Marcy. But I believe that's our first foul we've seen for a while. And from a game this physical, a little surprising. Also, interesting note, we are yet to see Bailey come back onto this match for Warren East after that injury she suffered. Going to be played here.
Warren East seemed to play it near 5-10 yards forward to
Chance
what
created,
it was.
and Amber can't get onto it. Problems, and there is the goal. Some confusion there. Really just I'm not sure quite what happened there. It looked like Chloe wasn't really as central as she needed to be, and it does cost us, as it is 1-0 here. And Breckinridge County certainly has shown the promise to be able to pick up a goal tonight. but it is Warren East who strike first. Very
That-
back and forth game though.
Yet we still have 21 minutes left in this match for anything to happen.
And we will really see here just what this team is made of. We've seen them fight for so long against so many great teams. And today, of course, the Bowling Green team, we saw us fight back a couple of times against Warren Central. Trailed by 2 goals on 2 different occasions. And both times we did make fights back. Did come up short, but didn't give up in those games. We'll see what happens here. Played forward. Will be stopped here.
Sydney working towards it here.
Looks to reverse it out wide to the right here. Gonna look to the middle. Poor touch. Marcy gets on it. And it looks like Aubrey will be coming to the game. Likely for Sydney. Chance here. Chloe's gonna make a good touch on it. Tries to play it forward, but she's not gonna find Sydney. And once again, this center back play has been phenomenal from Warren East. They could not be asking any more from that group of players out there. And we played forward.
Definite. Both Marcy and Moutardiere here.
Marcy going to be called for the foul. Well, we do trail 1-0. Not a bad second half from Breckenridge County. Not a bad game for Breckenridge County. And I certainly would not be surprised if we saw this result perhaps change at some point. Chloe has done a great job on this left side today. Played out wide. Olivia's going to make the run to it. Certainly showing no signs of pain there. Skylar makes a collision. He's going to try and play Skylar through, but she's not going to be able to. And will that be a corner? And the call is a goal kick. Perhaps went off the knee there. It's been a...
Definitely, we've seen a lot of progression here. Working towards a goal, but just can't quite find it. Aubrey checks back into the game here. Both Aubrey and Kate have gotten touches, and even Aubrey has gotten into a few good scoring positions, but you gotta say it's just not been the same amount of play as we've seen, and as I say that, nearly goes to put together an attack. But, I mean, as of right now, Kate has had a relatively quiet game.
Sanford's going to take this throw in. Natalie Sanford looking to get up this left side. We've seen Warren East take plenty of time with their throw-ins today. It's going to be played in. Taken away by Olivia. Olivia with a great job there. Much smaller defender. Does a great job. Can Aubrey be in here? Aubrey a little wide. Not a great angle. And she's going to lose control of it, though. Can Autumn win it back? It's going to play it out wide. Marcy's going to try and get a touch on it. She's still going to hold on to it. Plays it forward, and that's going to have a little too much power on it. And maybe had some time to try and work that one towards the middle a little bit, Marcy.
Yeah, just think didn't want to absorb all of the pressure at that time, so maybe thought she just needed to get rid of it.
Chloe can't get a good touch on there. And about 18 minutes ago, still trailing 1-0. Not a bad game by any stretch. Cannot be overstated. The confidence this team brings, something that has never been seen before by BCHS FC. Amber's going to take the throw. Works it out on this left side. Flicked up. Autumn, perhaps a handball there. Of course, no referee will be able to see that from there.
Autumn working forward.
She's got some options.
Plays
she finds
towards
Chloe.
Can she find Autumn in the middle?
Great at finding options.
Can she find Aubrey in the middle? Just
and
cut out.
It's going to be just cut out, as you said. But it will be playing out there as it was Hudson who couldn't get to it. Marcy
very nearly.
Quick throw in. Marcy, or Autumn perhaps, going to get onto it.
Oh,
looking out here on this left side. Still working. Good job there from Chloe forcing that error. Autumn with a poor touch, though. Aubrey going to get to it. Aubrey with a great bit of strength shown there. And with about 16 minutes to go, Breckenridge County showing some confidence once again in this attacking area. Marcy with a throw-in. And it will be cleared out by Autumn. Does force a throw-in for Warren East, though, deep in their own half. And we've seen them be more than a little hesitant to throw this ball in today.
I definitely think they are taking more time about it, and I don't necessarily think that's the worst possible thing to do. We've seen, I can't say there have been too many great throw-ins that definitely a definitely a solid outing thus far
Mm,
by BCHSFC, but
and,
the quick throws I don't think are really haven't played to our advantage. I think there needs to be time taken into a lot more time taken into passes and picking
can
out who we're
always
looking for.
always can cause danger though. Now he's gonna play it, and that's gonna come off the knee for another goal kick. 15 and a half to go here, plus stoppage time, of course.
I mean, you can pass it to the first person you see, but that doesn't necessarily always mean it's the right pass.
It's gonna come out. Olivia takes it off. It's gonna make its way towards the middle. Skylar, good job there. Autumn working it. Olivia plays it forward. Olivia has done a great job so far in the second half. Kate gets onto it. Again, Olivia makes something happen here. Good
And
job
again,
once again.
Was quoted as less than more than
A complete scratch, as in beyond consideration. But she does get the chance, and she has proven herself tonight.
I do think, I would say with Aaliyah ready to check in, it'll be Marcy or Olivia to check off momentarily.
And it will be
And
Olivia.
it will be Olivia.
Likely won't test that hip for the rest of the game. Of course, the big Derby game coming up against Grayson County. But with 14 to go here, Breckenridge County really going to be looking to get something to go. Good job there from Skylar. We've seen her be so dangerous for any attacker. Good job by Marcy playing deep. Amber gets beat here, though. Going to be played in.
Nice
and playing
cutout
out
by Skylar there.
Skylar does a good job helping Amber out there after she does get beat. And it will be here. Looks to be Connor Mann who will be taking this corner. Plays it in. It's got some promise. It drops down. Skylar can't get on it. Still danger.
And Kate
here not going to be able to get it out. But Chloe surely should, and Chloe cannot. Abby comes away with it. Probably going to take this one pretty quick. Really wanting to create something on the counter here. But definitely holds it out. Coach Garrett directing her to perhaps build it up more with time. Played in towards the middle.
I think
Leah can't get onto it, and they will call a foul here. Or handball, sorry, and it will go against Warren East.
I would definitely say both sides could use a little more patience in their build-up, but Warren East and Breck have both been neck and neck this game, really back and forth. There's not been a lot to separate the two.
It's been a very good game. Of course, that free kick and a little not really closing down there, and it cost us as we now trail 1-0. But you got to continue to mention, of course, Warren East never putting up fewer than 6 goals on us, and I'd be very shocked if that somehow became the result tonight.
With the play and build-up that we've seen,
And that's a shot on. Abby gets to it. Had some power on it. Probably about 30, 35 yards out. Really long shot there.
With the play and attack that we've seen, it's almost. I guess you can't really call it a shock that it's this low because the defenses have been absolutely on point all
On
night.
both sides, and had Chloe there. She has shown so much skill on this side, but she will not be able to find anybody. Aubrey making a run a little too far forward there. Here comes Marcy with the throw. Marcy's going to go
plays
for
towards
Autumn, and she's not going to be able to get a good touch on it.
But Marcy will play it back towards Lauren.
Lauren's going to get onto it, but she will give it away here. Aaliyah, though, chasing it down, and Aaliyah forcing the error here. Chloe played out, though, as Lauren didn't have the strength to get on that one. Through ball played in, and Skylar, can never doubt her in defense. will just simply not let herself get beat. Played down here on this left side. Cross coming in. Has some danger on it. Headed on and headed. Wide right. Only one headed goal that I have seen so far this season against Meade County. Of course, a very strong program there.
Again, there's not really a lot that stands out between these two. We've seen so many great defensive efforts by both of
Oh,
them.
and Chloe goes for the nutmeg here and will pull it off. When we played forward, nobody will be there. Chloe tries to get on. Aubrey can't. Aubrey, we haven't seen her be able to get as many touches as she has in the other few recent games. Not so much result of her runs or anything, but more so a strong center back pairing of 3 players actually. So
And again, the touches not
Autumn
only.
finds her
Here we
though.
go.
Aubrey though, not gonna be able to get a good touch on it. Ball gonna be played. Autumn can't get a touch on it, but she will win the ball here. Not really any help here though, but she will make something out of herself. Looking for a ball in, can't find Kate. Cut out. Marcy here. Marcy gonna miss on the volley. And Sydney there, or Skylar, sorry. Good contact on that. Played up the side as we now enter less than 10 minutes to go, plus stoppage time. We still do trail, but right there looked to be promising. Now Warren East looked to get on the counter. Play it out wide, and once again, you always knew it was going to be Skylar to get to it first.
Of course. I mean, have you ever, in the school's history, how many times have we seen a defender as consistent as Skylar? You'd be hard-pressed to find someone at the high school level as consistent as Skylar has been in defense, because it has really been something to admire.
She has really been such a force, but the improvement that she's made, she's built a much greater composure in that deep lying role.
Composes
Amber not gonna get
herself,
onto it.
doesn't seem to have too much of it, doesn't show any ego.
Chloe with a good jump there, but she does make the run the wrong direction.
Did seem to maybe was trying to pull off something
Looks like
fancy.
it took a touch though, so maybe was the right idea actually. It's gonna be played out. Aubrey gets a touch to it, but she'll play it away from Autumn.
Marcy.
Somehow comes away with it. Is she gonna look for the pass? She's gonna try and find Chloe, but once again, Breckenridge County on this left side looking really dangerous. Marcy gonna look here. Chloe plays it off Aubrey. Aubrey in space, and Aubrey takes too heavy of a touch once again. And once again, it'll cost us. Took it on with her left foot, and it was not reliable for her there. But definitely our best chance of the game, and certainly the best of our second half, I would say.
She definitely wants to get in.
Amber with the left, nice. Here they come, though, on the counter. And that one's going to be played in really deep.
Wow, here we
Skylar not
go.
making a run on. Abby coming away with it. Could not see if that one maybe
What a
have
save.
rolled in. Abby, though, looking even wrong-footed on that one, but lunges for it, and she comes away with it. And that is a great punt. Certainly could be a catalyst for this attack. Here we played out. Can Autumn get on it? Autumn's not going to be able to. Played in towards the middle. Played off of Skylar. Played to Amber. Amber's going to try and play it in the middle. Marcy's not going to try for it. Oh, great job from Skylar. Played forward. Kate maybe could create a chance, but that one's probably going to be played out wide. And Kate does a good job forcing what I believe will be a Breckenridge County throw-in. Lauren takes it, I believe. Certainly will, at least looks to be, Lauren to take this throw-in. Amber coming off, and we are shifting to perhaps 3 back. Certainly looks like Coach Garrett is going to go for this game. As we see Sydney come onto the game. One's going to be cleared out. So we do now see 4 forward and about 3 back here. Really relying, though, on Chloe and Skylar. Really need to step up as that entire left back area is exposed. Marcy will really need to drop back. Going to be played on here. Skylar Autumn shoves her out of the way, though.
I think maybe that was, again, the momentum just pushing herself.
Autumn takes an arm off. There. That's
Pushing-
6 minutes to go.
Maybe pushed herself into Skylar unintentionally.
Can Autumn
but
create something? They got Breckenridge
Here it
County
is,
is 4
Chloe.
on 3. Looks for Sydney. It's going to find nobody here. But still, we remain on the attack, played out wide. But we do, will not find anybody, but we do force the throw in here down on this left side. Deep in their half once again. Over 5 minutes to go, taking their time here. Certainly does not appear Warren East is wanting to get this ball into play anytime soon. But here it comes. And they've got numbers as well. It's just going to be a back and forth game, I can imagine. Just 2 back right now. As Lauren playing pretty high up here, but now she's going to just have to play this one out of bounds. Really need to start shifting things forward if we're going to go for this game.
perhaps Lauren, that is what she was doing, trying
Yeah.
to overlap it within the team.
Skylar with a great job there. Aaliyah's going to have to let that one roll out, though, if she can't get a good touch to it. It's going to be thrown in here. It was Matardia, and that will do it.
Yet another Warren East goal.
I didn't really see him coming, honestly. The second one. Certainly always going to be exposed when you're only playing 3 back, but with this much time left, I really wonder what we can do. But Abby just could not get both hands on that one and could not keep it out. A very unfortunate goal there. But I do have to say, regardless of this result, extremely, extremely, extremely excited for that Grayson County game.
Of course, the Rough River Derby is really one of the biggest matches on our calendar this year.
This team playing what I would argue the greatest in the greatest form that this program has ever seen.
Wow, what a
Chloe here trying to make something happen.
very nearly got the chip over on the Warren East defenders.
Creating a chance there. Autumn after a deadly run. Hit it on. Played forward. Olivia lunges at it early. Olivia reaching for her hip there after that play. Maybe a little concerning. And that one's going to be played out. And with about 4 minutes to go, it looks like they're going to be shooting for another one. Autumn not getting back here. Really relying on these last 3, but it will work out here. Or a corner, sorry. I guess Skylar just got a touch to it.
You know, you see the score line 2-0 with just under 4 minutes to go, and you really can't put that too much on the play of Breckenridge County. Just caught out at the right moment, and it's hurt them, unfortunately, and it's all been really late in the game, and you hate to see it.
I would argue our definitely this team. I just can't say enough though about how well they're playing relative to just a week ago.
Absolutely.
Aubrey trying to make a run here, a really heavy touch, and those touches a little more effective against center backs with not as much confidence. But we are seeing a team here, a lot of composure in this 3-back for them.
This is perhaps the most well-organized defensive match we've called, and the entire time it's always looked like there's one defender short somewhere. But of course, every single one that is playing in defense has been on their game to the max, and there's not really too much you can. Again, there's not much you can take away.
Good
Perhaps
ball played in, but it will go a little too far there.
very nearly found them on the back there.
Not enough, though. We will not be punished there. It was Natalie Sanford making that run. And here she is with the ball again. Pretty good touch, honestly. And there is Skylar. Convincing and commanding clearance. Looks like we're going to, I believe, went out for the corner. And it will be, what looks to be Sydney. Motardier. Once again, I will be taking this one. We've really shut her down as a threat as well, I would say. Abby, dangerous there. And played right back to him, and
And it's
really
hit
could have been
just
3-0
over
there.
the wrong contact on that one. That, I think, perhaps one of the closer moments that I think we could say that we really got caught out and made some mistakes. But Abby just barely, just lost it and very nearly got caught out yet again. And we'll see.
Bit of a cheeky play there. Nice on
see.
here from Chloe. Chloe's going to keep that one in bounds, but it's going to be eventually cleared out and played out there by Grace Stevens coming out of that right back position. Autumn going to take the throw in. About a minute to go now, and a lot to say about this game.
And we see Olivia here late.
Looked like Skylar there gets her with a late shove in the back. Going to be played for. Interesting note, we did not ever see Bailey ever return to this game.
I was going to say it must have really tweaked her knee on that one.
Yeah, not really sure quite what happened because it looked like the injury might have happened beforehand, just aggravated it. A little confusion here from Autumn and Olivia.
It is very
But Autumn's going to
possible.
come away with it. Can we just perhaps get one back? Autumn going to be closed out well there.
And of course, I mean, I'm not even too particular the specifics of even if it was a knee, to be honest. I mean, it was hard to tell, to be honest.
Yeah, really hard to tell, but this will just about wrap it up here. Last few touches of the game. Will be likely will be a 2-0 defeat. But the performance cannot be overstated for Breckenridge County. A lot of confidence coming into it. A lot of confidence surely coming out of it because that was a good effort on our part in every part of the game, I would say.
They're really, again, not too much poor to say for either side. Both of them were very evenly matched. I think both of them had great sportsmanship throughout. It was a fun game to watch, and it was, I would say, the closest game that they've stuck so far.
It does give me a lot of confidence for the upcoming game, though, if we play like this. So what are your thoughts as we now look forward to the Rough River Derby?
I think that Grayson County really, really don't know what Skylar's capable of. And I think it won't take them but a few possessions in that box to find out real quick that she is a threat in defense. And it's not average play that gets past her. It takes serious thought out technical play to break down what Skylar can do, and the rebound that she has is outstanding. Another thing I'd like to say, just leading up to the Derby, of course we would love to have a full team.
Oh, yeah, of course. And that will just about wrap it up here from John Smith and Noah Knight. This Breck Live broadcast was brought to you by Right Implement, and we will see you on Monday night.